Welcome to Alpha Wolf Trading. Did you know that there's over 12,000 stocks or companies that trade on the OTC? Between the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange, you have over 7,000 companies. But us as retail investors, we wouldn't know that unless we were researching. Because why? Wall Street focuses on the elite, the big companies. And where the retail investor has their advantage is in small and micro-cap stocks. Why? Because you have the opportunity to speak directly with leadership. That is what this is all about here at Alpha Wolf Trading. We're trying to find the hidden gems, and we interview the executive teams of companies that we think meet the parameters to be those hidden gems. I also want to make sure you understand that this is not a paid-for promotion. I collect no compensation for the interviews I do here. These companies that I interview have been identified as potential opportunities for me and the members of Alpha Wolf Trading to receive a higher than average return on our investment. These companies I have identified either because of a technical setup on a chart, a fundamental change within the organization, new management team, new products, all kinds of different things that actually lead me here. But what do I think is the most important? Leadership. And that is why I do these interviews. I want to understand what drives the person that is leading the charge. I want to feel their passion. I want to understand their vision and the strategy that they're going to use to achieve success. That is what these interviews are for. I want to understand the share structure and the cap table, the size of the TAM, the total addressable market. This is the opportunity to learn all of those things. So sit back and enjoy. And if you learn anything from today's interview, do us a favor. Subscribe to the Alpha Wolf Trading YouTube channel. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I recommend highly that before buying any security, speak to a financial advisor and do your own due diligence. Hey everybody, Tim from Alpha Wolf Trading coming at you with a follow-up interview. It's probably an overdue follow-up interview with Syra Health. And we got Deepika Vuppalanchi here as the CEO. And last time we had Sandeep too, right?
Yes.
How's Sandeep? Is he okay?
Yes, he's okay. So
Okay.
this time you just have me to answer all your questions.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking at the headlines for Syra Health since we last spoke, and there are a lot of positive things that have happened since we spoke. I think one of the biggest ones was just recently you got brought in as a, what do they call it? Second federal-based subcontractor role. And this one was looked like a pretty sizable contract. You want to fill us in on that one?
Definitely. Thank you for asking that question. So, yeah, we are very excited with our second contract in the federal space. We are subcontractor to Luke and Associates, and the contract vehicle is from Defense Health Agency. It has a ceiling up to 43 billion for the next 10 years. So the task orders will derive the revenue that will be seen by Syra Health. And we have a great partnership with Luke, and they have been the incumbents on this contract for the last 10 years. So we are expecting task orders to come as soon as June. So, we are very, thrilled that we can participate in this great area of serving the defense agency. And it is essentially staffing for medical personnel across the United States.
Okay. And you also recently got awarded the contract to provide special education services there as well, right?
Yes, so that is again going back to the core of our services in behavior and mental health, where we are providing specialized services for children and in schools. And this is actually a second similar contract from another state, Michigan, where we are offering behavioral health therapists who go to the school and offer services, psychological evaluation services, and psychological therapies for students who might need. So this is again helping the students maintain a healthy mental health status.
Okay. Let's talk about the health of Syra Health
Mhm.
itself, right? The balance sheet. You know, the biggest concern right now in this market is the fear that you're gonna have to do a capital raise. And we want to make sure that everybody knows that Syra doesn't have, that there, you are not in the immediate need of having to do a capital raise to keep the lights on, right?
That is absolutely correct. And, this information is available in our quarterly earnings report as well. So we have no debt and we have cash in capital. So we are in no immediate need for raising capital. As the company grows, we are also expecting more contracts to come in the behavior and mental health space, digital health and population health, which have high profit margins. So we are expecting to see more of shifting towards a more profitable range in the next few quarters and next years and so on. So, in futuristically, our strategy is playing out well, and we are confident at this point of time.
Okay, what are you most proud of that you've accomplished so far?
Definitely, multiple things. When we started, we were working heavily with the state government in one state. And then last year, we were working about 15 states. And within the first 5 months of this year, we have increased our contracts in another 5 states. So we are currently in 20 plus states. And this just shows the commitment that we have to improving healthcare across the nation, our recognition as a company that offers services that are meaningful, and the quality of work that we provide. So again, these are state government contracts. So there is these are fixed contracts for a long term, so you can expect sustainable revenue coming across through every year as we hold these contracts. And that is only one piece of how we are making an impact in improving healthcare across the nation. But more specifically, we are very proud of our flagship product in mental and behavior health. We call it Serenity, and it is a proprietary, in-house developed product. It is evidence-based. We have brought in psychiatrists and other clinicians to really shape the development of this piece. And it is currently being implemented in two private companies. Again, to give an overview, Serenity is a 360 degrees solution for mental health. It's a digital tool. It has all the features of prevention, right from assessment, baseline assessment of how a user's mental health status is, continual monitoring, and then interventions through targeted education, cognitive-based therapies, and also it has AI tools integrated. So we have a AI-based diary which helps the user engage with the a diary, almost like an AI therapist in the pocket, and have conversations throughout the day. And another really differentiating piece of this digital tool is that it helps convert these conversations between the user and the AI diary into a clinically meaningful notes that a therapist or a physician can then use and read and can see how the mental health trends have been over a period of time. So this is really additional tool for our therapists to help provide the necessary interventions. And again, the other piece of it, it has the telehealth, which gives immediate access to licensed therapists across the country. And also there are crisis management tools embedded in it. So it is a amazing product, easy to use interface, accessibility features. So it is a thorough product put together by amazing thought leaders in the space. It's also in pilot clinical trials with the university looking at people suffering from moderate to severe depression, and just trying to see the rate of engagement and also if we can see some meaningful clinical outcomes. So we are really proud of this product, and we are engaging with large employers, payers, and schools and universities for market penetration.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I seem to have been seeing kind of have a crisis going on with young men across the country, right? Having some real mental challenges. A lot of suicide rate has increased significantly in young men, right?
That is accurate. I think there is stats out that about 24 to 28% of youth are disproportionately affected with mental health conditions. And also women are more prone to mental health conditions than men. So there are different demographics being affected by these conditions. And again, we have designed the tool as two features. There's a youth-based app and there's an adult app. So for the ages between 13 and 13 to 18, we have an app that is more, the assessments are more geared towards that age group. So it is well thought out for that specific age group as well.
Okay. I mean, to me, this is something that we've talked about in the past. There are wants and then there are needs. This is, to me, an absolute need. And this Syra Health is in for the long haul. You're not looking for a short-term game here, right? This is something you plan to be a part of for a very, very long time to come.
Exactly. And that is the story we want to tell all the investors and people who want to learn more about Syra Health. We are here for a long term. We want to help. Just like how we are expanding over the different states with our services and solutions, we want to be here for decades to come to provide those solutions and services that are really unmet in current space, and providing this innovation, improving accessibility, affordability, and the core of all these services and solutions is on prevention. So let's prevent any conditions from going further deteriorating. So let's focus on prevention than intervention. That's one of the core that we offer.
Yeah, that's to me, this is an absolute no-brainer, right? I mean, products that are needed and artificial intelligence is your product have any artificial intelligence components to it?
Yes, our digital tools have intelligence technology embedded in it in a very meaningful and thoughtful way to help with like predictive analysis of how an user is behaving and how we can engage with the user more efficiently. Maybe it is the language that they use, or maybe it is just their preferences on what are the things that would entice them to engage more and learn more or educate themselves more. For Serenity, we have the AI diary, which is continuously learning more about the user, how their mental health status is, and telling them what are those things that they can do to alleviate that stress or anxiety that they are dealing. So it is very intelligent in that way and meaningful. And we have another product called CyberBot, which is an AI-driven conversational chatbot. And here is where we are engaging with the members of a health plan, right? And here are they probably have a Medicaid benefits program, and they want to learn more and in a language that they know. So it offers 200 plus languages as a feature, and giving them a conversational replies, showing empathy, showing understanding, and also culturally competent. So it's speaking in a way that resonates with the user. So AI is very advantageous in those ways, how we can engage with the user.
Okay, so your product is getting better as time goes on, smarter and better, right?
Smarter and better, yes. And definitely, all of this is HIPAA compliant, so that all of this information is not going anywhere. It is within the realms of their phone, and they can talk to, and it is just a personal thing that they are carrying along. So like I said, an AI therapist in their pocket. So very protected, very data secure, and it's just making life better.
Okay. What are you excited about in the next, say, 6 to 12 months? What are you excited about for Syra Health?
Really excited about the federal opportunities that we are winning and the continuous effort that we are putting in this space. So we hope to see more of similar opportunities coming up and wins coming up. And again, a behavior and mental health piece, as I mentioned. We're also growing tremendously on the population health. So we are working with several state government organizations doing very important high-profile projects. For example, we are working with Indiana Department of Health on emergency preparedness. So we are doing a complete assessment on how well the state is prepared to in an natural disaster or a disease outbreak. So this is really important work. It is public health, and it touches a large population, and that's where we want to be. Making an impact where it is not just limited to a limited group of people, but to a county, a city, a state, and nationwide. So we are really excited about that impact that we are making in the market.
So 20, is it 20 states now? It's 20?
Yes, 20 states now.
Okay, that's pretty quick, right?
That is quick. That is quick, and that is just a testimonial on the success that we are able to replicate across multiple organizations.
Yeah. All right. I think you're just in the midst of a very challenging microcap market right now. I think you're doing everything right. It's just the market is very finicky right now, right? But it's just a matter of you continuing to have the wins that you're having and continuing to tell your story, right? I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Yes, Tim. So, we don't control the stock rates or anything. We are focused on our fundamentals and how do we keep going at what we do best. Sticking to our fundamentals is the game that we are going to play. And hopefully the market will learn, see our potential each day as we win more of these contracts and as we implement and deliver and as our revenue streams increase. That is a self story that they will learn and, stay with us for the long run.
Yeah. How many shares outstanding fully diluted do you have right now?
Fully diluted is 6 million stock.
Is 6?
Yeah, it's like 5.8.
Yeah, which is like nothing.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a small float, yes.
I mean, that's like nothing. Keep landing. All I can say is keep executing, right? As long as you keep executing, eventually at some point, the stock will reflect what's happening with the company. I promise you that will happen at some point. I don't know when. I mean, it's a very weird market, and good news only seems to last for, I don't know, a day or maybe two, and then, but it will change. Things will, I just can't tell you exactly when, but I'm actually more excited about this time in the market than I have been in quite some time, because I just think the pendulum has swung so far to one side, and it's eventually it's got to swing back the other way, right?
I think so too. Let's always see the positive in it, and good times are coming.
Yeah. All right. So what else? I mean, what else would you like to highlight right now? If there's anything that you could say to the shareholders, what would you?
Yeah, again,
Potential
just
shareholders.
definitely learn more about Syra Health. We are participating in many conferences. Please listen to our story, know more about our new contracts through our press releases, and just believe in the fundamentals. And currently, all I can say is we are undervalued. So don't go by that. Just invest and let's see how we all can make a mark in improving healthcare.
So you have blackout windows where there's times where you can't buy shares. Or if I don't know if you're in one now, but if there Is there any insider activity? Is there anybody stepping up to the plate and buying in the open market? Do you know?
Not that I'm aware of, but we do have blackout periods.
Okay. That's always a good thing to see. Especially if you think the stock is undervalued. That's always a good thing to see, right? Is to see insiders stepping up and partaking in the open market. I think you're set up, the chart is set up, and I don't know if you can see that. Actually, you can't because I got your logo right there. Hold on a second. Let me move that for 1 second. But actually, the chart is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Let me get this moved. So you had this huge pop. What was the big pop up to $7? What was that off of? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was our first federal partnership announcement.
Okay. So it got a really big pop off of that, and then it pulled back. And we actually came down to an area of support right around $1, which is pretty typical, right? Because below $1, then you get all these headaches, right? For staying listed on the NASDAQ. So you have a pretty confirmed support at $1, and now you're kind of bouncing between I'm going to say between $1.38 and $2. Really, $2 is your next area of resistance. Round numbers mess with people's heads for some reason. I don't know why that is, but if you can get back above 2, that would be a real positive thing, right? So I think you have a little bit of resistance at about $1.80, and then you have a little more resistance at 2. But the volume, I mean, there's like no conviction within the stock right now. So you get these little sell-offs. It's not like you have some huge seller, right? There's no conviction. So you just need to keep working this thing sideways right now, and you're in the process of stair-stepping higher.
Yeah.
So 2 would be, I think right here is a good area for potentially, if you're not in the stock, and I'm not telling anybody to buy the stock, it's not what I do, but if you were considering it, this wouldn't be a bad place for an entry position right here, right? And then look at this as a long-term story. This is not a short-term day trade or a little swing trade. This is a company that wants to be here for a long, long time, and at some point would love to get to $1 billion valuation, right?
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal. And
That's the goal, be $1 billion company, and that will only help make this impact of improving healthcare bigger and bolder. So, that's billion with big and bold.
this is the thing that comes to my head is this. People, if you care about healthcare and healthcare getting better for all of humanity, I mean, that's kind of the goal, right? If you care about mental health and that has meaning to you, and you see the problems that are occurring across the country, and not just young men, but like you said, women as well, they have a higher rate of suicide than young men. I mean, that's concerning. Seeing that tick higher to me is concerning. So my whole thing is, when I started investing, just to make money. It was all about me. And then as I got older, I wanted to teach retail investors how to be smarter investors. And I would say I did a marginally okay job with some people in that area. But what I've become to realize is if you really want to have an impact, I mean, I'm pretty sure I came into this world with nothing, and I'm going to leave this world with nothing. So really what matters is what I do in the time that I'm here. And what I've really began to realize is the companies that are trying to do good things to help humanity,
Mm-hmm.
best thing, the biggest impact I can have is to help the companies that are trying to help humanity become successful. That is the biggest impact. I can impact more lives in a positive way
Mhm.
that way than any other way I can think of, right? If I help 10 companies become successful companies that impact humanity in a positive way, that has a tremendous impact across the board, right? How many lives get impacted?
Well, yes, Tim, thank you for recognizing that we are vested into, making healthier lives, healthier mental health lives as well. So thank you for recognizing us as a company that is completely vested into this space.
And that's what individual investors need to learn too.
Mhm.
There's this thing called impact investing, but it's
Mhm.
very narrow in its range,
Mhm.
its definition. The impact investing should be investing in something that you truly care about, right? I'm not just saying go invest in any company, but learn about them. And if they're doing good things and they have a product that is differentiated from the rest of the market, which you have, right? And is making a positive impact, a difference, then that's something you want to support, right? Instead of going out and buying $1,000 pair of Nikes that you don't need, take $1,000 and put it into Syra Health, something that is doing positive things for humanity. And guess what? You help humanity, you help Syra, and eventually, hopefully, that investment turns into something substantial as well, right? So it's a win-win-win all the way across the board. That's how I view it.
Oh, very well said, Tim. Appreciate that thought.
Okay. All right. When do you think we should have you back for another update?
Maybe in the next 3 months, more stories to tell you.
All right. It sounds good. You feel as though I missed anything?
No, I think you're good. We covered it.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming in, and we'll follow up with you in, I don't know, maybe next quarter. Sound
Okay.
like a plan?
Yep, sounds fair. Again, appreciate your time, speaking with us as always. Thank you.
You bet. All right, hold on one second. I'm going to shut this off. Thank you for tuning in to another CEO interview here at Alpha Wolf Trading. Today we had Deepika Vuppalanchi from Syra Health, ticker symbol SYRA. I hope you enjoyed today's interview, and if you did, do us a favor, give us a like. How about giving us a share? And while you're at it, make sure you smash that subscribe button. All of those things are very important to us here at Alpha Wolf Trading. We appreciate you taking the time to do that. Until next time, stay safe. Alpha Wolf Trading wishes you the very best of success.